Jamie, after listening to your sermon today, one of the things that I struggle with is how do you ask God for a specific answer to prayer, say like healing of a loved one, and not make that a demanding prayer?
I think that's a great question. And, there's no easy answer to that question. And what I mean by that is this, is that what we've been talking about today, a non-demanding trust, is at core a heart attitude. In other words, it doesn't involve necessarily outward behaviors. It's really an internal, interior life kind of thing. And so the direct answer to the question is how do you know and how do you ask in a non-demanding way really has everything to do with how you're approaching God, you individually, and only you and God can really know. I know people that look great on the outside and they seem to be asking in a non-demanding way, but inside they're shaking their fist at God. And eventually comes out, they know they're doing that. That's their attitude, that's their inclination toward the Lord. Whereas I know other people who are agonizing at coming, and battling and coming to God in a non-demanding way, and they eventually win that battle, but from the outside you wouldn't know it. But inside they finally find that resting place. Here's the key. The key to a non-demanding trust is, are you believing that God can, asking that He will, in full belief and faith that He will, even hoping that He will, but at the end of the day, ready and resigned to receive from His hand what He gives. Because you see, we've all had experiences when we don't do that, and that leads to frustration and disappointment and lack of joy and even distance from God. And then we've all had experiences, hopefully, where we have done that, and we know the joy and the peace, whether we get our blessing or not, that comes from that. So bottom line, here's my goal, to use that example of healing. When I pray for healing for somebody, I believe God can. I even believe that He will, and I ask Him that He will. At the end of the day, though, I prepare my heart to receive from His hand what He gives, because He is good, He is faithful, He can be none other. It's a non-demanding trust.
Thank you, Jamie.